and welcome back, or should I say welcome? I don't really know. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're just sitting down and having a little bit of a chat, guys, and girls, and everyone in between. So we're just having a bit of a chat about my final thoughts and kind of review on the season's expansion pack. Because if you didn't know, yesterday I finished my season's Let's Play because Get Famous is coming like tomorrow pretty much. And so I wanted to have a little bit of a review and finish up with the seasons and do that sort of stuff. So what I'm going to do is you're looking at some screenshots now, by the way. I've kind of broken up the screenshots in this video to be, you'll have some weather kind of effects to see all the different kind of weather types you'll be getting in seasons if you do purchase it, if you haven't already. And then we'll be looking at some screenshots from my Sims from my seasons Let's Play and just the kind of different experiences and their life and all that sort of stuff. So it's like a goodbye to them and, you know, review and stuff. I don't know. Don't really know what I'm calling this. So my kind of plan is we're going to cover the creator sim, the build stuff, the gameplay, focusing detailed on like each season, then a little bit of other gameplay, and then I'm going to go through my pros and cons and if I would recommend buying it or not. So we're going to jump straight in with the cast stuff because this is probably the first thing everyone does when the new pack drops. I mean, that's the first thing I do anyways. I go in and I look at all the new cast items, all the new swatches, and for every single item, for every single age, gender, thing and type, just everything. I look at all of it. So, what do I think about the Creator Sim and Seasons? I think it's amazing. Like, I love it. Like, it's so good. They've done such a good job of adding in some really detailed textured items. Like, they've got some really nice kind of furs and, I don't know, like, warm looking clothes. Like, they look warm and comfy and just, they look really good. And so I love the Creator Sim in this pack. They've got some fun swatches. They've got some normal swatches. They've done just an amazing job, and it's kind of nice to see some more, I don't know, some more different stuff, I guess, because before we were getting a lot of summery clothes before seasons, because obviously it was sunny and just nice all the time, so it didn't really matter what your Sims wear, but it was nice seeing the whole, getting them more rugged up and just kind of, I don't know, just adding that kind of cozy aspect to the game. And they had a lot of great styles that would suit, I feel like, older and younger Sims as per usual, like, you know, especially with the young adults and like elders, like that kind of age range. Like they had a lot of more traditional style clothes, but you could definitely, like, if you paired some of the coats with some, maybe some funky stockings or tights, you know, it's definitely more suited for a younger Sim, you know? They did like a good mix. But I did have a couple issues with the Creator Sim, so I want more hats. I would have loved to see, specifically, maybe another beanie, and also some earmuffs. I would love to see some little fluffy earmuffs. You could have had some real cute stuff, like you could have had some bunny ones, you could have had some like just fluffy ones, just some cute little earmuffs, because often I'd find, I don't know, that the hairs wouldn't look great with the beanies, and then it's like, oh, well, I don't know. And so some earmuffs, I think, would have really helped with that. I don't know, that's just me. And my only other complaint about the hats is one of the beanies is gender locked, and I don't quite know why. I don't think one of the beanies looks particularly female or anything, like, so I often just have to remove my masculine tag to get the second beanie. I'm like, what? Why? That's my only complaint there. But other than those two things, love Creator Sim. Now we're going to talk about the build stuff. I think the build mode is amazing. I know I said that about Cast too, but I just love it. I think it looks really good. I love the style they've got. It's kind of like a new style that we haven't really had in the packs before, but they've done a really good job at making the swatches match with other swatches that we have. So all of the woods and stuff that they put in the game actually match the base game woods, and I think that's amazing because they haven't been doing that. I mean, I think they've kind of been trying to do it lately, but they've really done a good job with doing that in seasons, I think. I don't know. That's just me. I think they've done a really good job. Also, a special shout out to all the decorations in this pack. I think the decorations can be used in so many different ways, and it opens up a lot of different doors. Like, I saw a post on Tumblr the other day, and they made the most gorgeous looking birthday party using seasons decorations. And I'm like, I had never thought of that. I just normally, have a cake and that's my Sim's birthday. Like, no need to put up decorations for that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they've done such a lovely job. And so that made me think, like, you can use a lot of these decorations for different scenarios. Like, obviously, you've got the kind of seasonal decorations and, like, the seasonal holiday decorations that you traditionally have. But you can apply so many of them because they've got some fairly kind of neutral swatches to other scenarios, like birthday parties, prom nights, baby showers, weddings. Like, there's so many like things you could actually do with the decorations that they gave us, and I feel like it's a really good like stepping stone pack, I guess, because it's just got so much content that you could use in so many different ways. Like, it's amazing. I don't know. So I just wanted to point that out because I feel like, we're all focused on like the cute columns, the nice wallpapers, the kiddie pool, the bees, like, they're all some really cool, like, new gameplay objects that we got with the game. But the decorations are just amazing because they're so diverse. Like, you can use them pretty much anywhere. So build mode, 11 out of 10, just 10, like, amazing. Can't complain there. So now we're going to move on to the gameplay and focus a little bit on each of the seasons. And I'm just going to I've just got some dot points for each of these, like, kind of things. So I don't know if I'll just read them out or maybe I'll rant about them. Who knows? So we're starting with spring because that's the first kind of season you get to select and choose from if you're starting a new save. So I like spring. I don't know if it's my least favorite or my favorite season. No, it's not my favorite. Summer's my favorite. But I think the flowers on the ground are very cute. It kind of irritates me that you can't see them from all angles, but they're very cute. My only other kind of issue with the spring season is that it's like very green. You kind of go because spring's after winter. And so a lot of the plants are dead and then things just get very green. So you go from like half dead to just like blindingly vibrant green. Like, I like spring, but I don't know. I feel like they maybe missed the mark and they could have possibly added a little bit more in here, but I don't know. It's a good season. It's nice. It rains a lot. But it's not bad. It's I don't know. It's quite a neutral season for me. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't know. It's got a kind of nice overlay too for the screenshots. It's fairly neutral and stuff. I don't know. But that's just me. Now we're moving on to summer. Summer's my favorite. I love summer in real life. I love summer in The Sims. It's my favorite. So I think the summer overlay, it kind of makes it, I don't know, just warmer and maybe a bit washed out. I don't know what it does, but I love it. It makes everything look just stunning. I can't even, like, it looks so good. And I don't know, I just really love the summer overlay. I just think it looks great and stuff. There's not too much for you to do in summer though, but it still can feel like summer. I find, it's really kind of hard to explain. I think I get benefit out of summer because I have the other packs in the game. So I have all the packs. I know not everyone does, but I feel like with some of the other gameplay objects you get from other packs, like the water slide, ice cream, bonfires, you can really give it quite a nice summer vibe and actually make it feel like summer. But I think it also has the potential not to feel like summer because it does just give a pretty overlay and there's not too much else apart from the heat waves and your Sims get hot and stuff. So unless you're kind of going out of your way to make your Sims do summertime kind of activities, I guess, you know, like playing with fireworks or whatever, like, you know, doing summery things, it does kind of feel a bit empty, I suppose. I like summer, but I think it has the risk of feeling empty if you're not actively trying to make it feel like summer. Does that make sense? I don't know. Which is not great because obviously you do have to kind of get some of the other packs. I mean, you can obviously do it with just like the kiddie pool and your pools as well that you do get in seasons, but I don't know. I think having the other packs really help because you can't make your Sims go play in the pool every day. Like it's a bit boring, you know. That's why I kind of like having the other packs because you can kind of mix it up a little bit and be like, okay, well, maybe we could have a bonfire party tonight and like we'll all maybe roast some hot dogs, hang out in our swimmers, you know, go for a bit of a dip and maybe play with some sparklers or something because that's like a nice summer activity. But you know, that's combining stuff from other packs. So I don't know. I think summer's a bit of a hit and a miss for me. Like, I love it. It's my favorite, but that's just because I've got other packs. So let me know what your thoughts are on summer if you maybe just have seasons and not some of the other packs. Do you think it feels a bit empty? I don't know. I think it could have the potential to feel empty. That's just me, though. I don't know. But moving on to autumn. Autumn looks great. The leaves look great. They're just, everything looks amazing. Like, I don't know. It just looks so good. And I'm so glad they finally added it in game. I liked the mod that they had to add autumn in, but it always would break my game. So I'm really happy I get to have a bit of an autumn looking feel. And I live in a tropical like climate, so I don't really get an autumn here because palm trees don't lose their leaves. So it's really nice to kind of just see some kind of leaves and just kind of, I don't know, feel cozy, I guess. I don't think, I feel like you really do need the spooky pack for if you're celebrating Halloween or Spooky Day in The Sims. I know they did add some spooky decorations and stuff like that, but I think the whole like pumpkin carving and like some of the stuff from Spooky Day, I don't know. I feel a bit disappointed that Spooky Day came out when it did because I feel like a lot of the items, like gameplay items, could have, I don't know, maybe fitted a bit better in the seasons pack, but I don't know. I think it's very nice, but again, it's like you're kind of relying on other packs to like fill in the gaps, and obviously you can still celebrate without it, but I just think it feels more full having the other packs. I don't know. That's just kind of my opinion on summer and autumn. I just feel like with the other packs, they're just fuller, and like you can obviously still do the things, but it's like, I don't know. It's like you get a B without the stuff, but then it's like you get an A if you got the extra stuff. It's like having the little stuff packs to add the extra things is like gives you that A+. Does that make sense? I don't know. But that's autumn. Only one thing to note here, if you do live on a larger lot and you have trees, you will have so many leaves on your ground. It's ridiculous. I had my legacy family that I play on Tumblr lives on a 64 by 64 lot, and they have a mega mansion, and they've got a lot of trees and plants and stuff, and I tried having all 6 of them do some raking, and they raked all day one day, and they didn't even make a dent on the leaves on the floor. So you either have to get used to the leaves on the floor or not live in a mega mansion because they do get a bit overwhelming. I just ignore them now. Just try to keep them out of the shots because like I'm sure it'll bother some people that there's leaves everywhere. But, you know, that's something to note. So, winter. Winter. I don't like winter in real life, and I don't like cold things, and And when I went to the snow one time, I was not a fan. But it looks amazing in game. Like, it looks so beautiful. I love the whole sparkle effect on the snow, and it feels cold. Like, you can see the Sims' breath, how the cold, like, effect comes out when they're talking. Like, you know, that kind of smoky, foggy kind of breath that you get when it's really cold. Like, you can see that, you know, the wind just makes it sound cold. Like, sometimes I've actually got chills playing it. I'm like, oh my goodness, this wind sounds freezing. And like, they've done a really good job of winter. I think it's just beautiful. It's amazing. Like, and I just think there's some really cute interactions and like, you know, I don't know. What else is there? I don't really know what else to say about winter. I think it's great. I know some people are a bit upset about the like snow depth issue because we don't have any snow depth. It's just a dusting of snow all over everything. And I don't know. I'm a bit indifferent about it because I don't live in a place where there is much snow, so I don't really care about snow. But the whole snow depth doesn't bother me at all. I feel like it maybe would be nice to have, but I would much rather have a fuller pack and then focus on other things versus snow depth. I don't know. And with terrain tools coming, guys, if you want to have a fake snow depth, you can just raise some little lumps in the turf and it looks like you get a big pile of snow. I don't know. That's kind of cheating, but I don't know. I just think it would, I don't know. I don't think it'd add too much to the game, whether it was deep snow or not snow. I don't know. Your Sims would just leave bigger footprints in the ground, and I don't know. I just think it's no big deal, really. But that's just me. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. So now we're going to talk about some of the other gameplay stuff. So I've flagged some kind of stuff that I wanted to talk about that are like pros and cons and like, you know, that kind of stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm just deleting some stuff. My list got out of whack because I thought of something while I was talking just then. So the calendar that came with seasons is amazing. It is so good. Like, the fact you can see when everyone's birthday is, I don't know, it just adds a sense of progression in the game, and I like being able to see the weather. They've done it. It's a really clean UI. It just works really well. Although I have found since seasons came out, my birthdays are a bit out of whack. Like, I have twins, you know, born on the same day, twins obviously, and they've got birthdays on different days, and it's like, what? They're twins, EA. But it, like, I don't know, I feel like the seasons messes with their birthdays a little bit, but I don't really know why or how, or I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be working totally right, but that's okay. I think the calendar's really good. I like the whole creating your own holidays, changing your own holidays, because it does give you a lot of freedom. Like, you know, say you don't celebrate Christmas, or say you really love Christmas and you want to have Christmas every single week. That's fine, you can do that. Me, I've been celebrating Christmas since February. I love Christmas. I'm banned about talking about it in my office now in real life. But I did buy a little Santa mug yesterday when I was at Kmart. So it's like, I'm not allowed to decorate, but I've got this little mug now that's got Santa in it. So I'm going to put my water in. They'd be like, you can't have that. I'd be like, I'm not allowed. It's not a decoration. It's a cup. Your girl got a drink. And they're just going to throw stuff at me, I'm sure. But, you know, I love Christmas. But it really does give you the power to customize the game how you like it. You know, maybe you want to celebrate some pagan holidays. That's fine. You can set it up. Maybe you want to celebrate some Jewish holidays or some Islamic holidays. I think they have holidays. I don't know. I'm not familiar with all of the different holidays, like own cultures, but you can celebrate whatever holiday you want from whatever culture you want. and that's fine. And you can even make stuff up. I know when it was first announced, a lot of the people on Tumblr were talking about celebrating Pride Fest, which I think is amazing. You know, like you can set up like a festival kind of thing without even like without it actually being a festival, you know, and I think it's really good. I also want to talk a little bit about the holidays as well. I love that the townies participate in traditions like the walk-bys, even if they're not in your household. So we have a holiday in my Seasons Let's Play called Bear Everything, and it's in winter, and your goals are to do the polar bear swimming and also to run around naked. Now, like do streaking. And so, you know, my sim will be out streaking, running around, you know, showing off his junk. And you'll see random townies doing that too. And I love that they interact with that. They do that with brawls as well. So if you have like brawl day or fight day or whatever, they actually go out and fight each other. And I just think it's hilarious. So I think that's a really cool, like, and powerful feature. I don't know. We're also going to talk about some of, like, I'm done with the calendar now and holidays. They're great. Love them. But now we're going to talk about a little bit of, like, the things that they added in seasons that are, like, new gameplay kind of specific things. So we got bees. I think the bees are cool. They're a bit dumb, and I don't really know how to look after them still, and I've been using them. I use them for over a generation on my Tumblr save, and also all through my Seasons Let's Play. I still don't really know how they work. Like, I know they fertilize and, like, look after the flowers, like, pollinate them and stuff, but it's like, okay, but how do I know, like, what increases my honey quality? Is it just length of time I've had you? Do I have to bond with you? Because I've had Sims not bond with the bees and the honey's still worth more. I don't really know how it works, but it's some cute features. You know, you can send your bees to do stuff. You can send them to talk to people. I don't know. They've got some cool interactions and stuff, and I think it's kind of cool. Then there's the kiddie pool. I love the kiddie pool. I think it's a great way to get toddlers involved in summer. It's really cute, and I also think it's really fun to have the adults doing that as well. I don't know. So this one isn't an item, but I feel like it's quite notable. Snow pals. I love the snow pals, and I love it even more that the toddlers can participate in the snow pals. It's so cute. Like, I could die. Like, it's adorable. If you haven't seen a toddler making a snow pal, you need to do it. It is so cute, and I think it's a great family activity. It's a great couple activity. It's a great activity just in general. Like, I think it's really cute. It's really well done. They've got some cute snow pals. I also like that they're called snow pals. I like the gender neutral term. I do still by habit call them snowmen though, just because that's what I've been kind of trained to think, but I am trying with my gender neutral terms, everybody. I really am. Then we've got the skating, the ice and roller skating. I think these are kind of cool. I like that they pop up around the place. That's probably the best part about them, is that they just show up random places in random neighborhoods in random seasons. I don't know. I think it's cute. And I think it's a kind of fun way to kind of just kind of mix it up, because if you go to the park in winter, there's pretty much guaranteed that there's going to be an ice skating ring there, and I think that would make sense, because that's the kind of thing you would see in a park, and I think it's really nice that your Sims can go ice skating or whatever, you know, just in the winter, and, you know, you don't actually have to have this big item on your lot. Like, you can, obviously, if you're that rich, but, you know, you don't have to, because it kind of just populates in the world, and I think that's really cool. But I also like that they gave us the ability to place them, and they're not just random items just sitting out in the world for fun. So there's another one that I do want to quickly address. This is the one that I wanted to talk about, that I thought of when I was talking about winter. So snowball and water balloon fights. I don't like them. And they've got mud fights too, I think, with the puddles. The the interaction just seems very clunky, and it seems like they're all just doing their own thing and they're not actually interacting with each other. I kind of preferred the Sims 3 water balloon fights where they actually hid behind stuff. I don't know, I thought it was cute. I think they could have done a bit better with this one. It is something to note, you do get it, but they do just kind of throw stuff and it doesn't actually... I don't think I ever see anything actually getting thrown. They just kind of dodge and wave their arms around like idiots. I don't know. So I'm not really fond of the snowballs and the water balloon and mud fighting. Whatever it is, I don't really like it. It's a cute idea, but I think the implementation needs to be tweaked. I don't know. So I'm sure there's more gameplay features that I've missed and that I can't even think of. But that probably just means they were minor, or maybe I just liked them and forgot they even existed. Or maybe I don't like them. I don't know. So let's talk a little bit about the pros and the cons of the game now. So I'm going to start with pros because I'm a positive person. And there's actually just... I don't know if there's more or less of it. It's more of an overall thing. I've got some very specific cons and irritations with this pack, so we'll talk about that in a bit more detail. So, I think this game expansion pack is great. Like 10 out of 10. I love it. But it's especially great for story or legacy-based challenges, I personally think, because it really gives the feel like the story is progressing. Like you can see it changing, like you've got those visual cues, you've got all those different cues, and it's just, I think it really kind of just makes the game more full in general, because you can just see like all the changes in the world and you can kind of see it rolling round again, and it's like, wow, the Sims experiencing another Christmas with me, and like, you know, or another Harvest Fest or whatever you're celebrating, you know, they're experiencing this holiday again. I remember when they experienced it when they were a child, and you know, it really adds that kind of progression element to the game, and I think it's just amazing. And I also wanted to point out that it's great to even set non-calendar traditions with specific Sims, because in my Tumblr save, what I had is one of my Sims, he asked his girlfriend and later on wife to be his girlfriend on Harvest Fest. And then they swung on the swings. Like, that's the other thing. There's a swing set and it's adorable. My goodness. But he asked her out next to the swings, and then they played on the swings as teenagers. And then when Harvest Fest rolled around again, I think they were actually adults now, not young adults, actual adults. And I had them play on the swings again. And so that was kind of like their thing. And then I had them do it as an elder. So I have 3 different kind of photos of them at different stages in their life playing on the swings at Harvest Fest. And it's just so cute. Like, you know, it's just a certain progression thing. And sure, you could have done that before seasons. You know, maybe have them play on the swings once a week or something, or once every 4 weeks. But it's just not the same. It's not like, you know, you can't say, oh, that's Wilson and Angelica's things. They play on the swings on Harvest Fest. Like, it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of adds that fullness and quirks and, I don't know, little things to the game. I don't know. I think it's really cute. And so it just kind of feels more full in general with seasons. And so that's my main pro, is that it just feels full. And it opens up so many doors to just different stories, different scenarios. It's amazing. So now, my cons, irks, irritations, what would you like to call them? I've actually only got 3 things on my list, but they're fairly large-ish things to me, I guess. So I'm going to start with we'll start with my least ones. So I don't like, and I don't know how you could do this, but I don't like that children only see 1 to 3 seasons in a lifespan. So say your toddler's born in winter, and at the start of winter, they're only alive during winter, so you only experience that thing. And so that's not too bad, but say your child was born in summer, your toddler. And so what if you wanted to build a snow pal with your toddler? Because I just told you how cute the interaction was. Well, you can't, because toddlers are only toddlers for like 7 days, and the seasons are only 7 days. So it just kind of, it irritates me a little bit, and I don't know how you could get around it without changing the lifespan. But that's just, it irritates me a little bit, because I really wish, that you could have the opportunity to create those memories with your Sims, but you can't. And so my next kind of irk is the temperature. I like the temperature system, but it depends on how you play your game. It is very easy for your Sims to die from temperature. So I play a lot of games with free will. And one of my saves, I only control 1 Sim per generation. That's my I'm Surrounded by Idiots challenge. That's part of the rules. You're only allowed to control 1 Sim. So if my other Sim wants to go outside in her bikini and make some drinks, she can do that. And that was fine until seasons came out, and then she'd freeze to death. I think it was day 2, seasons had come out, and my legacy Sim, my old founder, had almost, she was heir, not founder, but she had almost died 3 times due to the cold, and I turned it off. I was like, I'm done. I'm not killing her because she's an idiot. So I think it depends on how you play the game. It's very easy for your Sims to die. I wish they'd kind of maybe, I don't know, if the Sims went, I wish they wouldn't go and swim autonomously in the cold weather or do something like that and then not get changed into their cold weather clothes again. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I kind of wish that was a thing, and I don't know. So now, while we're kind of talking about the weather, this is my other and main irritation with seasons. You can't control the weather. And I know what you're saying, Nooblet, you've got a machine. You know what? The machine doesn't work. It never works for my Sims. I've had it work maybe 1 in 5 times the machine works for me. And that irritates me. I wish the machine had a higher % chance or even 100% chance to work. As a storyteller, it is the worst thing when I go, okay, I'm going to have my Sims get married. So I have to wait, unless I want to have an indoor wedding, I have to wait till a warmer season, out like spring or summer. Now, but you're probably more looking at spring though, and the later half of spring, because the transition takes a while for everything to green up. But it rains a lot in spring, doesn't it? So it's just like, oh my goodness. And so now I go to get my Sims married on a certain day that I've been planning for the past week, 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. And you know what? It's raining that day. And then I try to get it to stop raining, and we get zapped. Then I try again with another Sim, and then we get zapped. So we've had 2 Sims electrocuted and almost die because I can't control the weather. It irritates me. It irritates me to no end. That machine needs to be 100%, or you need to be able to turn it off. That's just me, but it irritates me greatly. I also want to talk about, while we're talking about weather and the machine, I don't like that there's no toggle to turn seasonal effects off in build mode. If you're building in, say, the start of spring, all your plants will look dead because everything's dead at the start of spring. So I don't like that. I don't like that I can't, just turn it off and see what it would normally look like. because, you know, I'm just placing sticks in the ground and it looks really dumb. I don't know, so that irritates me. And I know there's a mod to like toggle the seasons and see all the things, but it still irritates me. I shouldn't have to use a mod to do that. And then what else? Oh, I dislike, talking about season settings, that when you disable rain and snow, it still rains and snows. Not every day, but on the days that it's like a mystery weather, it still snows and rains, and I don't like that. I also want to point out that I don't like that you can't turn off lightning. I don't think it's a big deal, but it could potentially have issues for people with photosensitive epilepsy, and I think that there should always be a way to turn off the lightning in any game that you play because of people like with photosensitive epilepsy. Like, imagine if they had a seizure watching one of my Let's Plays. I would feel terrible. And as a Let's Player, I would like to turn lightning off because of that reason. And I do whenever I can if there's an option in the settings, but I can't always do that. So that's a thing that concerns me greatly. And I feel like EA should probably, I don't know, care for that player base a bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's not on their radar, but it's certainly on mine. And I like to be very inclusive and not block people from doing something because there is lightning. I don't think the lightning's that bad in game that it would actually cause a seizure, but you don't know that, do you? Like, you know, everyone's different. It could still, you know, do that. So that's like my biggest kind of cons, excuse me, cons with the game, that you just kind of can't control the weather as much as I'd like. For various reasons, you know, from potential seizures to just storytelling purposes. I don't like the lack of the control. Maybe I'm just a control freak. I don't know. So my final kind of thoughts, and would I still recommend buying this pack? Yes, I would. I love this pack. It just makes the game so much feel very full, and it adds heaps of great content, whether you're a builder, a sim creator, a storyteller, or just a casual player. It just makes the game full. The cons are fairly minor compared to, you know, what you get, and I just think it's a great pack, and I would recommend it. So with that being said, let me know, guys, what do you think of seasons? And I'm sorry for ranting for like 40 minutes, but I don't know. I really love The Sims, and I just want to give an honest opinion on the pack and stuff. So anyways, I'm going to end it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be picking up as soon as Get Famous comes out, and we'll be continuing on with my season's children, and we'll be playing that pack and eventually reviewing that as well. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Make sure to let me know how you think about the pack. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!